Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. The Last Voyage of the Demeter stars Corey Hawkins. The crew of the merchant ship Demeter set sails to London to deliver a cargo. However, they soon discover they're not alone as Dracula's unholy presence turns the trip into a nightmarish fight for survival. Earlier this year, we had Nicolas Cage, silly, sort of dark comedy Dracula movie, which wasn't too bad. I actually really liked that movie a lot. I had a lot of fun with that. Nicholas Hoult was also in that film. He did great. And now, so we have this film with Corey Hawkins. Basically, he is basically our main lead. He is basically on the ship Demeter, and Dracula has to happen to be there at the time he's parts of this crew and meets the crew and all of that. It's a bloodbath. Like this movie, I am actually really surprised of how far they went. Mostly because I forgot it was rated R. Like there was times in the film I was like, there's no way they would do that. They would. And it's like, oh yeah, it's rated R. So why would they be afraid of doing any of that stuff? That's just me being a dumbass at this point. And so, like they do not shy away from a lot of the stuff. Now there is some stuff that is hidden in the dark, kind of, but you can tell that half the stuff in this film is practical. When you see the Dracula's suit and all that, like there's times where he is like just being terrifying. It's more about the monster side of Dracula than the person side. And there's kind of a line in the movie of like he's a monster formed into a man. And so like it's really cool to see all the and to see the different type of version of Dracula that we are getting. And this is part of like a book series. This is like chapter 7, I believe. And I think there's a chapter 8, and they kind of do set up somewhat of a sequel, and the ending's kind of like that. If anything, the biggest complaint I have in the film is the ending. The ending does not match up with the tone of the movie at all. I was kind of getting pumped. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go. But it does not feel. But it doesn't. The tone doesn't match at all. But it was sort of pumping me up, I guess. But it doesn't really go with the whole entire film as a whole. Like the film it's a slow burn. It's a slow film. It takes its time and it builds everything up. You sort of get to know each of the cast members. We have David, I'm not going to know how to say his last name. David Dastmalchian. I'm pretty sure I said that fucking wrong. But he is that type of guy. You could just give him any role and he will play that role perfectly. Like he cannot be typecast, to be honest. Like he can be like the goofy type in like the James Gunn Suicide Squad, or he could be like a serious dude that's about to take the captain's place. He's like this really loyal character in the film, and he plays him pretty freaking well. And there's also even a kid in the film. Have like Aisling Franciosi name. Pretty also sure I said her name wrong completely. Don't expect me to get all these names right, but she was really good in the film. She has like this mystery side of like backstory, and like sort of has like a personal level with Dracula, which makes me kind of feel sometimes like she should have been the main character. Like we should have focused more on her than Corey, which is not like Corey was bad or anything. I liked his character, and there was times where you could get attached to his character and you like heavyweight moments and all that. But she had more of a personal side and personal level to the whole entire film, and when she is doing things, like it feels more meaningful than Corey did. And so maybe she should have been the main character. I don't know. I didn't read the book. I had no idea if there was a difference between the two. But it would have been it would have been an interesting way to adapt the movie in a different way. It really pays off in the end. But there is times where the film definitely falls into like a little cliche moment, like where characters are told one thing, but then they do the opposite. It's like it kind of sort of like goes down that rabbit hole at some moments. But overall, I had a great time with The Last Voyage. It was a really great film, great performance from everyone. The atmosphere really reminded me a lot of Alien, where the creature or the monster is picking off each crew member one by one, and it's really good. It's really good in that way of like you're giving what you want and setting up something that could be almost like Aliens-ish, a sequel type of deal, where the sequel is completely different from the first one, which I would be completely fine with if they go with like a different route, or well, they go with the route of like sort of more of like a pumped type of route instead of a horror route, if they can do it right like Aliens does and mesh the two in a way that works. So I'm curious where they want to go with it, but I highly recommend checking it out when you get the chance. I'm gonna give The Last Voyage of the Demeter a B-. I've been looking at the numbers online. I'm very confused about the numbers of what's going on. But yeah, this is a really good one. I highly recommend it if you are into like a monster horror type of film. This will do it for you. This is really good. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. And like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.